What's poppin'? Peace and peace. Today we are somewhat taking a look at a video that one of my friends had asked me to do, and pretty much it's just this is the closest thing I could find to a little Durk timeline. So that's what this is. If I sound like I'm out of breath or I sound weird, it's because my chest hurts. I ate like $51 worth of Burger King today, so yeah, I'm pretty sure there might be health repercussions from that. I'll keep you guys posted. But let's boogie.
On Friday, detectives from Atlanta and Chicago testified in the criminal case against rapper Lil Durk in Fulton County Court. They say around 5 in the morning on February 5th, Lil Durk, whose real name is Durk Derek Banks, and his co-defendant Devontae Bennett were seen on camera involved in shooting Alexander Witherspoon, a person police say they knew.
On June 14th, 2019, Derek Dirk Banks, a.k.a. Lil Durk, and Davon Bennett, a.k.a. King Von, were arraigned before a court in Atlanta, Georgia, after the two rappers were
Why that nigga stretch his words all out? Arraigned. Like when this nigga speak, like I don't know, I just kind of like picture Mr. Fantastic. Remember that stretchy nigga from the Fantastic Four?
were charged with attempted murder for firing a gun at a man and stealing his money and vehicle. However, on October 22nd, 2022, Durk escaped going to prison after the murder charges were dropped. And according to our insiders, Durk's legal slate is clean and clear.
Congratulations to our boy, Lil Durk, who beat his charge, and apparently King Von was the guy who shot the dude.
But this may not last for Durk. Getting out of the crosshairs of the law doesn't
Was Adam being sarcastic? Y'all let me know in the comment section.
mean he will stay out of it. An interview with a snitch within Durk's camp exposed the life of Durk and the secrets that could lock Durk up forever. The snitch has remained anonymous, talking to a middleman to protect his identity and to protect himself from Durk or the Black Disciples. But the information leaked is revealing beyond anything we have ever seen out of Durk's camp and life.
I'm tight with the family, and I know Durk for sure. Made Durk talk just one time, and he told me he was scared to get locked up in prison. A man's got 6 kids. Why wouldn't he be scared?
Wait a sec, who the fuck is that nigga? Was that Darth Vader?
In 2021, Lil Durk tweeted, "The goal is to not go to jail, so y'all will never see me do tough. I don't hit to look street. I am the streets." The snitch went on to reveal that Lil Durk only puts up a show for the media and his ops to make them feel like he is tough and not.
That's this. Oh, there's a nigga snitching? What the fuck?
Scared of anything, but in reality, he's scared of finding himself entangled with the feds again. For us to understand the context,
Yo, I mean, y'all might keep it a P with y'all. Snitching is about to be like the next big TikTok trend.
and insider information of Durk's life that the media doesn't know, let's take it back to the 2011 case. All through the years 2011 to 2016, Lil Durk found himself entangled in one legal case after another. And all of these legal issues have played a major role in his life. Lil Durk's first arrest came when he was only 17 years old in 2011.
Wait a sec, that nigga is 17 in that picture? Nigga look like he 12.
We were young boys when my boy Durk first caught a charge. Life was tough on the streets of Inglewood, you know. Myself, Durk, and some of the family used to live at his grandma's house, but we didn't have nothing, so we...
How's that nigga not moving at all? Y'all think that's like legitimately the snitch? Y'all think that's him for real? This cloaked Sith Lord looking nigga?
to the streets.
With little to no food on his table, Lil Durk turned to the streets and began dealing in criminal activities. It wasn't a surprise that he joined one of the most dangerous gangs in Chicago, the Black Disciples, when he got involved in gang-related crimes. And at the same time, he welcomed his first child.
My man's Durk is beating for sure.
Becoming a member of the Black Disciples brought about Lil Durk's first arrest. In October 2011, Lil Durk was driving with one hand on the steering wheel and a bottle of liquor in his other hand when the cops pulled him over. On further inspection, the cops found a loaded gun in Lil Durk's vehicle. Although he was initially released on bond, Lil Durk was rearrested, and he served 3 months in Vandalia State Prison behind the charges in 2012.
My first gun case, I took a year. And I was like, man, I'm statue.
A year, 365?
Streets, you know what I'm saying? Just got signed. But being in Chicago, man, I don't know. Wrong place, wrong time, like I said. They found out I was on parole still. You know, you get caught another gun on parole, they be giving me 4 or 5 years. They thought they had me, I ain't going. Hell no, I shot Sam Adams.
3 months in jail encouraged Lil Durk to follow a different path in life, and he once spoke about it in an interview. Some people go to jail and still be lost.
After Dirk came back home from doing time, he started moving different. You know, he had a kid, right? He was all about getting paper.
You know, okay, like, yeah, like, bro, who is this? This nigga look like he about to do some kind of satanic ritual. I mean, like, bro, what the fuck? Nigga look like it's raining outside. That fucking deep ass voice sound like he talking underwater. Like, what the fuck?
Paper and taking care of his kid. Word on the street at the time was that he became a rapper, and my mans was good at it too.
While in prison, Lil Durk decided,
Yeah, my man was good at it too. Like, I can see the little water bubbles. You know what I'm saying? Like this nigga is way down in there. You know, and the like, y'all know, y'all get the picture.
to face rapping, and he used social media as a boost to get his name into the public space. Lil Durk posted videos of himself on platforms like MySpace and YouTube. Lil Durk got his big break after he released 2 singles, Sneak Dissin' and I'm a Hitter, while signed with Chief Keef in French Montana.
Man,
Was that a Perkio cereal box? That shit, yo, that shit rare as fuck. It look rare like that. That shit probably worth like $2 million. Perkio.
my bros Dirk and Sosa got everyone in the rack bumping and sneak dissing. Of course, the ops stayed hating. Dirk was hard on his bars when he got out, and he kept on dropping tracks back to back.
Lil Durk continued to release songs as the years went by, and all of his
Like that hooded nigga, that gotta be the Grim Reaper.
songs were major hits in Chicago and soon in all of the US. By the year 2013, Lil Durk had already released 4 mixtapes, and the time came for him to be signed to an official record label. His collective, Only the Family, and Def Jam Recordings had a joint venture deal. Lil Durk's 4th mixtape, which was released in 2013, was named the 8th best mixtape of 2013 by
Y'all hear this music and the way it's zoomed in on this building, I feel like I'm like watching Scarface.
Rolling Stone.
The whole 300 Moon, the whole Chicago scene when they came to Chicago, when they was sending the A&Rs out, I'm saying he was already close to us, and he just started cuffing me and Lil Reese. That's how me and Lil Reese got on Def Jam together. I'm saying we was thirsty, like, man, I want a deal. Just because, like I said, we was gonna be rich.
My bro Dirk was wildin' in 2013. He was dropping track after track and mixtapes and music videos. And life was good for Dirk until he got a charge.
Yo, somebody tell this nigga to go write a goddamn book. Like, bro, like, you know, we getting spooked out. You looking like that skeleton from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Doing all that fucking telling and finger pointing like a fucking referee, nigga. Like, you suck.
Charge.
On June 5th, 2013, Lil Durk was arrested on South Green Street in Chicago after the police found a loaded .40 caliber in his possession. Lil Durk was charged with unlawful use of a weapon by a felon, and he was held on a $100,000 bond, and his lawyer claimed to have 9 affidavits from witnesses who confirmed Durk's innocence. Luckily for Lil Durk, one of the witnesses admitted the gun was his. After over a month in jail, Lil Durk was released.
Having a name, they so thirsty, they want a name. Put a gun on me, but I'm gonna beat it though, I ain't worried about that. Yeah, go to court for it. I still going to court for fighting. I had to do my parole time for my last gun case. That's my second gun case.
Dirk beat the charge, and he hit the studio. Bro wasn't slowing down at all. He got so good in the rap game that our ops started coming for the family. They was hating on my bread.
I was in Stateville, and I see you leave at your cell 1 time a week. 3 times, you eat 3 times a day, but your last meal be at 4 o'clock, so. But I was plugging that though, so.
Hey, yo, I hope y'all really paying attention to that, because I'm telling you, like, I ain't done no Lil Durk time or nothing, but I done, like, spent at least a month plus, like, you know, not really a month plus, more just, like, a month at a time. Technically, like, I went from, like, a jail to a halfway house this time in a span of 2 months, so if you, like, want to count that, because that was still, like, you know, you can't bring your phones in there, you're getting searched, you know, can't bring food from the outside, all kind of shit like that, so it was basically, like, being in jail, but you could leave jail if you were going to work or whatever. But yeah, being locked up sucks. Like, being locked up, eating good food is a luxury in that bitch. So, you know, like, I mean, like, you know, on the outside, like, for me, I've been like binging Burger King, you know, and like, you know, I understand the like importance of it. So that's why I do it. Long story short is you appreciate shit different when you fucking go through some jail eating shit. Like, you know, like in there, like some fucking like spam chicken, like that chicken in the package, and then some goddamn ramen noodles, bro. That's like some Thanksgiving shit. But then, like, it make motherfuckers, make you think, like, when motherfuckers out here, like, oh, I ate Pizza Hut, like, the last 6 days. I ate this the last, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. Like, man, 2 days in jail, bro. I swear, bro, you'll eat it another 6 days. But anyway, don't go to jail, guys.
So I was they actually were good. It was 50-50. People we beefing with, and it was fans. My first gun case, I took a year.
As Lil Durk's fame grew, so did his hate on the streets of Chicago. Being a member of a gang, rival gang members made Lil Durk their prime target as he started getting famous and recognized. Between 2014 and 2015, Lil Durk experienced a series of gang hits, and he even lost some of the people dear to him.
The hate in Chicago is crazy, bro. I tell you. They got Newski, man. After Durk got out the trenches, he tried to get the family out with him. Newski was a good rapper, too.
Not Newski.
And they recognized that. He put Newski up, and Newski even signed a record label deal. We was just about to go out and celebrate Newski's deal the night Newski was taken out.
It was about 3:20 p.m. on May 31st, 2014, in the city of Chicago, when gunfire rang in the air. OTF Nunu, aka Newski, Lil Durk's cousin, was hit by the bullets right in the parking lot where he sat in his vehicle. An injured OTF Nunu tried to drive away from the scene, but unfortunately crashed into a storefront.
My man, what's good? Who we got on Zach TV, bro?
OTF Nunu, man. You know how we rockin', man. Out here on Green 72nd.
OTF Nunu, who was only 21 at the time, had just signed a deal with a record label 2 days before he was assassinated on the streets of Chicago.
Newski's death hit the family hard, but the show hit Durk the hardest.
Newski signing his deal like 2 days before he got killed.
Yeah.
That's horrible, man. Like, how long have y'all, we were talking about signing him before he actually signed his deal?
Like, shit, we first started rapping. Like 8 months.
Really?
Yeah.
After OTF Nunu passed away in 2014, Lil Durk continued to push himself further in the rap industry. It was in the same year, 2014, that Lil Durk was named one of the freshmen of 2014 by XXL magazine. While things seemed to be getting better for Lil Durk, the family got struck by another gang hit in 2015.
The house was hitting hard on the family, you know?
What the fuck? Did y'all hear that? Yo, this nigga said they got struck by a fucking gang hit. Then this nigga had like a fucking, like a train in the background. Like, what the fuck? Oh, you're this nigga rap high. This nigga really with the theatrics and the shenanigans.
The family got struck by another gang hit in 2015.
The house was hitting hard on the family, you know? We was winning. Durk and Sosa were thriving, but our ops couldn't make it in the game. Especially them guys on 63rd. They stayed hating, and they took out Chino, man.
Lil Durk's manager, OTF Chino, he actually got shot in the face and killed on the south side of Chirac. Now, ironic.
Yo, shout out Big Ack. Yo, that's the GOAT. Like, I mean, sure, like, bro, like, I've been a chat nigga for a long ass time. But yeah, shout out that boy Ack, one of the biggest inspirations ever.
Ironically, after leaving a peace initiative meeting, he went to the south side of Chirac where he planned to go get some food in. Then an op walked up on him and shot him in the face. He later died. Now, Lil Durk has been silent thus far on the issue.
Uchenna Agena, aka OTF Chino, was more than a manager to Lil Durk. He was a friend and a brother to the rapper. When he was assassinated in 2015, it left Lil Durk devastated. On March 27th, 2015, rapper Lil Durk was recording at a studio when he received a phone call informing him of the passing of his friend and manager, OTF Chino.
Like, how long ago did you talk to him? Like, how before it actually happened?
Like 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10.
Just 10 minutes after Lil Durk had got off the call with OTF Chino, he received another call telling him how OTF Chino was taken out at 1:50 a.m. while sitting in a car outside a restaurant in Avalon Park, Chicago.
He was like, we gonna. He told me finish up the album and the song called Why Me. He told me just redo it cause the label on our ass. Redo it for the label on my ass. I'm like, I got you. Yeah, cause he was in the house laying down cause I was on FaceTime with him. He was in the house laying down. Then he called, like, his girl called 10 minutes later.
So wait, he was killed at his house?
10 minutes? Yeah, there are episodes of Ed Nettie that are longer than that shit.
No, that's what I was thinking. But he had went to a restaurant.
Chino was cool, man. No cap. These streets ain't friendly.
Despite the
I heard Lil Durk's manager, who unfortunately passed away. I heard I heard DJ Academics actually talking about him in one of those War in Chirac episodes, and he was telling us he was like, like he seemed like a very business oriented nigga, like or a business oriented manager, you know. So yeah, like man, that's insane. Like like Little Durk, like breaking down this nigga's timeline, like you really realize like this nigga's life, like you could write a fucking movie and a book about this shit.
The legal challenges and the rivalry from gang members Lil Durk faced in the wake of his rap career. He continued to push forward until he began touring the country and performing in various cities. Even at that, Lil Durk was still constantly attacked by rival gang members until the gang wars grew beyond the walls of Chicago.
I'm gonna tell you again, man, the mops was hating hard. I was with Dirk on a tour bus out in Philly in 2015. When them out.
Yeah, this nigga, like see everything. He's like one of those fucking goddamn mall security system cameras. Like, when there's like 18 different cameras and on screen you can see like all little 18 boxes. Like that's this nigga.
Pulled up on us. Man, it was crazy. These three dudes pulled up and fired at our tour bus.
On September 5th, 2015, Lil Durk almost found himself on the wrong side of the law after a crossfire suspected to be gang-related happened just some minutes before his performance at the Theater of Living Arts in Philadelphia. The gunman opened fire into the crowd, striking Lil Durk's tour bus and taking the life of a man who was hit in his abdomen. The suspected gunman...
Man, can you... Yo, that's why I don't be going to no like hood ass concerts. Like, ooh, yo, can you imagine that shit? Like, can you imagine losing your life at a Little Durk concert? I mean, I can't even imagine. The last thing you fucking hear is "All My Life." Like, fuck, bro. Either that or the last thing you fucking hear is what's that song? "This Ain't What They Want." I think like that would suck. Like I can't imagine getting shot, and like as I'm fucking phasing out, as everything is going white, the last thing I hear is what's that Little Durk and Pooh Shiesty song called? Where that nigga Little Durk all like he survived under the head, but it fucked up his body. I can't think of what that shit was called, but like man, like I mean, can you imagine going out to some shit like that? That nigga Pooh Shiesty.
Gunmen were taken into custody for questioning, but luckily for Lil Durk, he wasn't arrested. Lil Durk would stay away from trouble in the years that followed, but it didn't take a while before he got caught up with shady criminal activities.
Oh yeah, it's called Shoulda Ducked. I don't know how I was about to look it up and like my memory, like you know what I'm saying, like some Buzz Lightyear shit. But nigga, can you imagine? Like I said, the screen going all white, and like all you hear is. He survived under the head, but it fucked up his body. You know what I'm saying? This nigga Lil Durk broke Pooh Shiesty out of prison so they could perform Shoulda Ducked while you was sent to heaven? Nah, I'm good.
The events of Durk's life have so far revolved around the legal challenges he has faced throughout his career. But in all his years of having a criminal record, nothing beats what he had to go through during his attempted murder trial. Our insider has given a detailed account of everything that happened to Durk from February 5th, 2019, when he allegedly attempted to murder a man.
In the early hours, February 5th, 2019, we were all out at the Varsity parking lot in Atlanta. Myself, Durk, and Vaughn were having this deal with
I guess, bro, this nigga is everywhere. Like, this nigga, he's like Homeland Security.
a certain man, Alexander Witherspoon. When the deal went south, in no time, Browns went off, and Alexander was hitting a leg. Myself, Durk, and Vaughn left the scene uninjured.
While the insider tried to speak on what truly went down on that fateful day, the details seemed to be incriminating and in line with what the prosecution has against Durk.
I was told in May 2019 that surveillance had been pulled up, and Durk and Vaughn were seen in the CCTV footage from the scene. Luckily for me, I wasn't spotted.
After pulling
Oh, hell nah. Oh, that nigga did not just look. Luckily for me, I wasn't spotted, nigga. Like, bro, that snitched lingo right there. Like I said, that is in the fucking dictionary for tattletales. Niggas who pointing fingers. Jesus Christ. Man, like I said, this mysterious hooded cloaked figure, this nigga out here talking about, yeah, Durk and Vaughn was there. They was all up on the fucking security camera. It was like a fucking like Instagram selfie, nigga. Like, But luckily for me, they ain't catch me. Luckily for me, I wasn't on film. Like, what, nigga? If that don't scream, I told on these niggas. I don't know what do. But I mean, this nigga. What do we call him? Like the floating cloak? Like, can we trust this nigga's testimony?
CCTV footage and countless evidence and statements from witnesses, the prosecutors built a case against Durk and King Von and put up an arrest warrant for both rappers. While King Von got arrested, Durk turned himself in.
Everyone thought the track, Turn Myself In, which Durk released in 2019, was just another track for his fans. But I knew it. The whole OTF knew it. It wasn't just for his fans. Durk was just on his way to turn himself into the cops when he dropped that track. We all heard it on the track.
Today, who the fuck is this? This is like, who? Like, hold on. I gotta look up Lil Durk entourage. I mean, they all got masks on in that picture. No, that ain't it either. That's that picture we seen of the manager. This is insane. This is like, I gotta know who the hell this nigga is. Cause I mean, like, yo, this nigga is giving us from point A to point B. Maybe point A to point Z. This nigga taking us through the whole goddamn alphabet. I can't find a good picture of this nigga's crew. I mean, like, these niggas, they all seem to be doing the same sign language technique in this photo. Alright. Do y'all think it was this nigga right here? No, not this nigga. Not that. I mean, actually, they're all pretty dark skinned. I was gonna say that dark skinned nigga with the dreadlocks, but they all dark skinned, low key. Hold up a second. This nigga right here. Y'all see where I got this red circle? Do y'all think it was him? This nigga right here? This nigga, he looked like an African American version of that nigga, Mr. Freeze from Batman. I'm telling you now, it was either him or it was this nigga. This nigga looked like he about to sneeze. But I don't know, man. Like I said, I mean, I ain't never really been around nobody that was snitching, because I ain't done that kind of fucking, crime. But, like, the crime I was doing was like, look, nigga, I like do this fucking 10 days and then get your ass out and get back on track. Like, that's the kind of shit I was doing, except for this last time they bullshitted me. But whatever, that's all done. But anyway, still, it ain't never been no shit like this. But this nigga right here, like I said, like, this nigga looked like he snitched, looked like he, like, low-key wrote a book about Lil Durk's life, except he switched the name Lil Durk to something else. I mean, like, this nigga really looked like he is a fucking encyclopedia. One of them niggas with the photographic memory. Like, this nigga probably, like, drew out every single incident so the cops had to, like, clear and detailed fucking description of what went on. They're like, oh, okay, I see. Like, I mean, like, goddamn, like, this nigga was telling probably. My bad, that was a long tirade. Okay, anyway, yeah. I don't know. I don't know who this fucking cloaked nigga is, but you know what I'm saying? This Harry Potter, what do you call that shit? Hogwarts, that school shit, but for the toads. I don't know. I don't know Harry Potter like that. I'm not even gonna lie. I know the school's name is like Hogwarts, but yeah, this nigga dressed like he go to Hogwarts is my point.
Today, his attorneys told us that both they and the rapper learned of these charges about a day or so ago. They also told us that he is currently on tour, at least he was until yesterday. They say they are hoping that he will be granted bond.
Look up, and the judge can't look. Stay making up lies for sure. I'm an innocent man for sure. It is what it is for sure. And later adding, false accusation, why they name dropping. Durk and King Von were taken to court and both charged with attempted murder. According to the prosecutors, Durk and King Von had fired their guns at the victim, Alexander Witherspoon, leaving him with a bullet wound to his legs, and they proceeded to steal his $30,000 cash and his Jeep Cherokee just outside the Varsity's parking lot.
You get in type of that in a predicament like this, you would sit back and be like, damn,
Like, why I ain't never do this more? Why I ain't never do this with my kids more? Why I ain't do this with my pops more, or my mama? You know what I'm saying? So it just set me down, so I just understand life more.
A member of his legal team says,
That's cap. The man had a gun, and when the deal went south, he threatened us first. So we pulled up on him in self-defense, and we...
And this was just why you do your crimes alone. I mean, like I said, Mr. Surveillance Camera over here. This nigga, I mean, he know everything. Like, you really, you know what I'm saying? I know this is my video right now, and I know like this video is created by Rap Hive, but we gotta thank this hooded figure right here. This Sith Lord. He gave us the timeline.
And we didn't even pull the trigger on the man.
No, I work with some of Durk's producers, and the
Wait, is it him?
rumors, like, or the conversation within his camp was that Durk might get washed for this, and that was that was a narrative when it happened for a long time. People were very concerned that were close to him that he was going to get caught up for this. So I agree. It's glad that he doesn't need to have this hanging over his head in the midst of all this success. And it's crazy because you could look at Von in this in two different ways.
Durk and King Von attorney revealed to the court that Witherspoon also had a gun on his person, and the rappers were only trying to defend themselves from being on the wrong side of the gun. They further added that the CCTV footage the prosecutors pulled up as evidence against the rappers didn't even show them pulling the trigger of the gun that allegedly wounded the victim, further proving Lil Durk's innocence.
you're about to surrender as we speak.
Yeah.
How come?
Because I have nothing to hide. Like, I have nothing to run from.
Yo, what's up with this intense ass music? Like, bro, like, hearing this shit made me feel like this documentary should be rated R.
Did you do it? Did you shoot this man? Did you commit the other crimes of which you're...
Jesus Christ, bro, what? Like, man, did you just ask this nigga? Like, that news reporter, that nigga, that interviewee, like, this nigga really thought that Lil Durk was gonna be like, all right, man, like, all right, I did it, you got me. Like, what?
Which you're accused.
No.
They couldn't get anything on my bros Durk and Vine. That's why they closed the case. Too bad my man Vine passed away.
Tonight, a major update on a story we followed for years. Prosecutors have dropped all charges against rapper Lil Durk after his real name, Derek Banks. Back in 2019, the rapper spoke exclusively with Channel 2 after turning himself in. Police say he was involved in a shooting outside.
Do y'all think that Lil Durk really, do y'all think he really did that? Y'all really think he really pinned it all on King Von? And if so, ain't that like some kind of violation of the streets? Like, I mean, like it's fucked up if you like, yeah, I mean, you know, I love this nigga, but he ain't coming back. Like, that go against the street code, don't it? Y'all let me know in the comment section, because I ain't no street nigga. I don't know.
Outside the Varsity. Now, Fulton County's DA office says it will not prosecute him. In the last 20 minutes, Durk's lawyer sent us a statement saying,
while the case was still on trial, rapper King Von passed away after an altercation broke out at a nightclub in Atlanta. One of our insider sources has revealed how the passing of King Von, who was like a brother to Durk, affected Durk amidst their attempted murder trial in building a rap empire together.
Are you biologically related to him? That's my brother. Like, we ain't got the same mother and same father though, but that's my, yeah.
How'd you guys meet?
Growing up, same area, hoods, you know how that go.
Do you remember the first time you met him?
The first time, nah. He always be outside, deep as hell, so probably the first time.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he came from my mama, like my brother, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And he just started rapping, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, man, I'm jealous, man. You just started rapping?
Yeah, you gotta get in, now.
Yeah, you see how it is now.
But his music crazy, though.
Okay.
Like, he got, like, his videos, like, millions already, like 20 million, all that.
Wow.
He was riding in the backseat of the car with Durk and vibing to his track with Pooh Shiesty, Back in Blood. I remember Durk was on Instagram Live that evening when people started talking about Vine getting shot in the comments. We thought the fans was capping.
Yeah, like, this gotta be like Little Durk in a fucking cloak, bro. This gotta be Little Durk in a goddamn hoodie. Like, nigga, like, no way he could be around this nigga that much. Like, next thing you know, he's gonna be like, yeah, you know, when Durk got India pregnant, you know, I was like, I was in the room. He was either in the room or in the next room listening through the walls. But I mean, like, who is this nigga? Like, bro, this nigga need to stop snitching and become a goddamn news reporter. He's everywhere. He knows everything.
Capping until Durk received a call from one of our mans who told him what went down with Von.
On the fateful night of November 6, 2020, King Von was out partying at a nightclub in Atlanta when a fight broke out inside the club. King Von and his opponents decided to take the
Yo, like this nigga Rap Hive, this nigga needs to chill with that Friday the 13th type beat.
fight outside the club. But what started as a mere argument escalated into a fistfight. But it didn't take a while before things went south and triggers were pulled. King Von and 2 other men lost their lives.
Things went south and triggers were pulled. Nigga, what?
In the altercation, while 3 other men were injured, including a police officer.
Man, Von's getting taken down with stuff on the family. Everyone in the rap was devastated, man. Von was for the streets. So when they took him out, the streets were mad pissed. And Durk went to get the guys that did this so bad.
Rapper Quando Rondo and his associate Lil Tim were accused of taking out King Von. In fact, Lil Tim was arrested for firing the weapon that took King Von's life. But Durk couldn't do
I seen a video of Little Tim living his best life. That nigga, I think he was like in Hawaii or some shit.
Do anything about it because he had the authorities watching his every move. All through his attempted murder trial, Durk was being watched by the authorities, so he couldn't get involved in any gang-related activities. However, Durk and King Von had their attempted murder charges dropped almost 2 years after King Von passed away.
I say, it's this amount the park right here. You feel me? I said, I'm not going in the club. I said, little boy, go in there, find you a little female or whatever, cuz. I'm like, you got 15 minutes, cuz. And I'm dipping.
It's like this nigga not even speaking English. Like, I don't even. Can one of y'all decipher this for me in the comment section?
We about to go to the house. You feel me? My little brother's so thirsty, like. Boy.
What?
According to court records, on October 22nd, 2022, the attempted murder charges against King Von and Durk were dropped due to prosecutorial discretion.
Man, bro, like, stop throwing that fucking, like, horror theme. Like, nigga, like, you scaring me. But also, didn't this nigga just say the charges were dropped a second ago? I swear, like, this nigga, like, I don't know, this nigga hopped in a time machine and went back a few seconds, because I swear he just said that shit.
According to the district attorney, they did in fact find reason to believe that Durk and King Von were guilty of the crimes levied against them. But the prosecution decided not to prosecute the rappers for these charges, while their attorney, Manny Aurora, celebrated this decision, claiming that the state reached the right decision and Durk could.
Yeah, no. Fuck what she thought. I'm telling you now. Darth Maul over there, that nigga got to doing what he was doing best. You know what I'm saying? The jaws got to work, and I ain't talking giving no BJ. Like I said, bro, this nigga got active. This nigga got chatting. He was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Me and 4 cops and a detective in an interrogation room, we were just chopping it up. Like, what? I'm telling you now, like I said, my nigga fucking Count Dooku, like, you know what I'm saying? That nigga, he got to chatting.
Durk could finally put the events behind him. Durk himself didn't say anything regarding this verdict. We believe that Durk would have been more elated by this decision had King Von been by his side when it was passed.
Anyone who listens to Durk or OTF rappers knows that they rap about the real deal. They tell the world what happens on the streets of Chicago. This is real life, y'all.
All of that.
Like I said, I mean, you know, this nigga Dark Tyrannus, you know, he speak nice, firm, clearly, you know what I'm saying? That deep ass voice probably have one of these fucking these prosecutors, these goddamn district attorneys. We're gonna probably have one of these like mid 50-year-old white bitches. They probably went. They hear that nigga's voice, they're like, holy shit, he sounds like Morgan Freeman 30 years ago.
All of Durk's tracks have no doubt mirrored how the streets of Chicago have shaped his life. From the gang activities to getting locked up and doing time, the people he has lost on the way due to the never-ending gang violence in Chicago. This truly is real life, and it's the life Durk has had to live. The past 10 years have been life-changing for Durk, from moving out of Chicago to becoming a Grammy winner and even almost getting married. Though Durk has no doubt had a thrill on his ride to fame, but he has also suffered the chills along the way as he's lost a lot of people. Sadly, these gang hits have continued to affect the family. Lil Durk has lost a lot of people along the way, and he has even had several attempts on his life since he became famous. Every day he wakes up with one question on his mind.
Who's next?
Could Lil Durk be the next OTF member to be taken out?
What? What would you even ask? Yeah, this nigga Beehive. I mean, we gonna give this nigga a like, just because, it's the video, but God, like, I mean, yo, nigga, that was mad dark. Like, this nigga basically said, is Lil Durk gonna get smoked next? Like it's like a fucking mission in Grand Theft Auto, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, in Dragon Ball Z, how you get to the final boss, how you get to fight Broly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga is all like, are the ops going to get to the final mission? Will it be completed? Like, you're like, fuck. I don't know, man. That just had like a dark undertone to me. But if you enjoyed this video somehow, forgive me for that ending. But like, sub, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. Nigga.